Watch this. You're going to be like so super impressed with this. This is high tech is what I'm saying.
Talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. In the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. I said talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing. Oh, well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.
Hello, happy Thursday, and welcome to Talk is Cheap, episode 35. 35, can you believe it? It's gone so fast. I can't believe it. Imagine that, it matches my age. Anyway, this is the show where you get what you pay for. The show that still, after 35 episodes, has no budget at all. But what do we have? We have a lot of fun, and we have amazing guests tonight. I can't wait. I'm so excited. We have the very beautiful and talented and funny Leslie Robb is here, and my co-host David Pendleton is here with us tonight. And oh my gosh, I'll tell you a little bit more about him in just a bit. But I want to say hi. If you're here, make sure you say hello in the comments. And don't say hello in the comments because that's getting old. Anyway. Let's say, oh my goodness, Sharon says, here's Rhonda. You know, she wants to announce the show so badly. I think we're going to have that happen very soon. Hi, Sharon. Glad you're here. And Michelle says, okay, I made it. So now we can start. Thank goodness, because I would hate to hold off. So thank goodness you're here, Michelle. And we're happy you're here. Oh, look at you changed your little profile picture. It's very cute, by the way. Let's see who else is here with us. Sharon wants to play the game first. No, we have so much going on tonight that you are not, I mean, every piece of this show is amazing tonight, except for maybe right now. But anyway, Karen's here. Hey, Karen. Karen's here from California. Sharon, yes, I'm 35. I know you thought I was like younger. Michelle wants me to bring out the Chewy Cam. Michelle, we do have the Chewy Cam tonight. Are you ready? All right, let's hit it. Here's the Chewy Cam. He's sleeping, and we know why. Because, you guys, he's had his quiet moments. That's right, quiet moments by Nature Vet is not an official sponsor. However, they are an unofficial sponsor. Chewy made some kind of deal with them. And don't you know, I got a package in the mail with more quiet moments and a few other treats. So I don't know. Chewy somehow is using the phone or something. I don't know, the internet. He has connections, what I'm saying. But look at this dog. He's so happy. He's had his quiet moments. And it's just a calming aid. And look how calm he is. He's, did you see that? Oh, and that little flutter, you don't have to worry. It's just the fan, people. He's not twitching. Okay. I just want to make that clear. He doesn't have a nervous twitch, and it has nothing to do with the quiet moments. He's perfectly fine, you guys. He's perfectly fine. Let's see. Natalie says, hey, Natalie, we're glad you're here and joining us tonight. Michelle said we have the best guests. We do. We have an amazing guest tonight. Sharon loves Chewy. Sharon says the winner of tonight's games gets a lifetime supply of quiet moments hemp supplements. They don't. So don't, but you can order them. You can order them online. That's where I got them. Yeah. Michelle says, Chewy is the new spokes dog. Sweet. And she says, look where quiet moments come from. Okay, we'll do that. Is it a name brand fan? I don't know. Oh, the fan. No, it's not, Michelle. It's not. But anyway, we're so excited you're here. And you know what? We have so much to fit in this show that I can't wait any longer. Plus, I'm so super excited, you guys. I can't even. I'm just like a little kid. Okay. I'm going to bring up my co-host. You guys. He is an in-demand comedian and an expert ventriloquist. I knew I wasn't going to mess up that word. Ventriloquist. Isn't that funny how I messed up? I'm not even going to say it again, but he's an expert one. Maybe he can help me say the word. I don't know. He's been seen at conventions, conferences, churches, corporate events, cruises, anything that begins with a C, coffee houses. I don't know. Anyway, I'm very excited that he's here. So please welcome for the very first time. We got to get rid of Chewy. Sorry, Chewy. For the very, very first time on Talk is Cheap, hopefully not the last, please welcome David Pendleton.
Hey.
We have our studio fake audience here.
Man, it is so good to see you, Rhonda. I mean, I was so disappointed, of course, when the COVID thing happened that we weren't able to do our annual big conference that we've done. That's how we met. Was at the CCA conference. So, man, I'm just really glad to be here.
I know. I am so excited that you're here, and I know you have maybe a special guest or two with you that we'll see in a little while. But
Sure.
I am so excited to have you on and to get to see you because I miss so many people there, and I definitely miss seeing you because you're just so always, you're full of joy and you're just a calming presence at the CCA. And because there's a lot of hype there.
There's usually a lot of drama and a lot of chaos. I will totally concede that. But
yes.
I do my best to not, contribute too much to that. And it's really good to see Sharon gave me a really nice introduction. David.
Yes, she did. We'll put, yes, she did. David. And then Michelle gave you applause and she says she loves it that I can't say ventriloquist. Ooh,
yeah,
I said it.
So Michelle, you're exactly right that, and by the way, it's great to, see you. I can't see you, but I'm so glad that you're joining us tonight as well, Michelle. It's been a while since we've chatted. So
I know, isn't it great? She does. She's actually been on my show a couple of times.
Yeah.
And she loves it, and she's always in the audience, or as much as she can be anyway. And it helps that I pay her. So
okay, so repeat after me, Rhonda. It's Ven. Trill. Oh. Quist.
Ventriloquist.
There you go.
Ventriloquist. I just knew, do you know when you have something in your head that you're going to mess up? So you do. You're like, I'm going to mess up that word. And you're like, yeah, because you just said you were going to. So you did. And as a matter of fact, David Pendleton, I don't know if you remember this, and I hope you don't, no way. But my very first CCA, I don't know what year it was. 2000 something. But anyway, my very first year, I had made the Monday night showcase. And I said to you, we were talking ahead of time, and I said, I'm afraid of forgetting my lines. And you said, I don't know if you said now you will, or you told me afterwards, because I drew a blank. Somebody yelled out something and I totally went blank. Like there was nothing up here. I was like, oh my gosh. So I kept going, go to the next line, go to any line that whatever line And finally something came out of my mouth, but I was horrified. And I remember talking to you and you said, yeah, because you had said that before. I'm like, yeah. So I should have said I'd be amazing. But
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's funny if you know, those things that you say to yourself are very important, and watch what you say. So true.
Yep. So I am very excited about the fact that we have Leslie Robb on tonight. I think that Leslie is hysterical. I love her energy. She just has a personality about her that is just full of life. And she's one that is, it's like, okay, I want to be just like her.
Yeah.
She's very contagious. And so, full of joy. And I shouldn't say contagious.
I know. I was going to say, you better say contagious joy. Yeah, because we don't want to get rumors around. David's starting rumors about Leslie that she's contagious.
Yeah, exactly.
I totally agree. She is just so bubbly, and we're gonna bring her in just a couple of minutes because we have so much to do on this show. She's gonna be here. She's gonna give us some tips today. She's just not gonna be here to hang out with us and play the game. She's actually our pro tips person for the day, which is totally cool and amazing. So I'm really excited about that.
When are you gonna bring me up here?
Just in a little bit. Just hang tight.
Is that who I think it is? Is that who I think it is?
A little bit. She's getting a little bit impatient, but
do you think we should? Do you think we should?
Well, I
say hello.
Probably ready. Tilly, do you want to come up here?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so hang on just one.
Can't wait to see her.
Oh my. Well, I'm ready.
Oh my goodness, Aunt Tilly. It's so good to see you.
Well, you too, honey. How you been, Rhonda?
Now, you're not contagious, are you?
No, I'm just in that high risk category.
Well, that's you do say that.
Because how old are you, Aunt Tilly? You're
I'm 94.
94 years old, and you look amazing. Can I just say that?
Well, by the grace of God and skilled surgeons, I'm there.
You don't really, Tilly. Look, it's just the two of us.
What?
I know. You know what?
You should have your mask on.
Well, I don't think you need it.
What?
Let's just take it off.
No, don't do that.
No, you'll be fine.
Oh my.
You don't think David's contagious, do you?
Oh, I hope not.
Because that wouldn't be good. I think you're safe. I think you're safe.
Thank you, honey. I'm.
You're feeling okay though, aren't you?
Well, I'm hanging in there. I had a little cough.
What?
A cough.
You had a cough.
Mm-hmm.
But you're doing better.
I am. I went to the doctor. Doctor gave me a laxative.
All right. Glad it helped.
Yeah, well, I guess now I'm afraid to cough. So how you been, Rhonda?
I'm doing great. I can't even tell you, so many people are excited that you're here, but me, I couldn't sleep because I couldn't sleep because I knew you were going to be here tonight.
No, honey.
That's why I have bags under my eyes.
No, you look beautiful, honey.
Oh,
You're beautiful.
I love you,
Well,
Aunt Tilly. Hey, Aunt Tilly, are you excited to meet Leslie?
I am. I've heard a lot about this young lady, and I'd love to see her.
Oh, well, I think we should bring her on because I know she's dying to meet you as well. All right. Well, let me tell you a little bit about her, okay? She's a comedian. She's an encourager. She's a teacher. And her mission or ministry is to use comedic performances, encouraging messages, and life-changing lessons to combat today's toxic society. I can't believe I got all of that out. That was amazing. Because I couldn't even say ventriloquist.
Well,
Please welcome our very first time on Talk is Cheap. Welcome, Leslie Robb.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Leslie.
How are you guys?
I'm doing great.
Oh my gosh, I'm super excited to be here. What was that?
Yeah, honey.
Nice to see you too. It's so good to finally meet you, Aunt Tilly.
I've been looking forward to this, honey.
Yeah, same here. Same here. I'm super excited to finally meet you.
So tell me what's going on. What you been up to, honey?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm back to school, so I've been teaching a lot. A lot.
Oh, I used to be a teacher myself.
Oh, what grades did you teach, Tilly?
It was a one-room schoolhouse. I taught them all, K through 12.
Oh, wow.
No,
Well, that's amazing, Aunt Tilly.
a long time ago.
Yeah, you definitely are doing better than me then. I could barely handle the grades that I do teach.
So what do you teach, honey?
Well, I teach grades 9th through 12th. I teach family and consumer sciences, which probably back in your day was called home ec.
That's right. That's
Yeah. So definitely changed now.
Consumer sciences. Well, ain't that fancy?
Yeah, it's fancy for no reason whatsoever other than to be politically correct. Yeah.
That sounds good. Leslie, I'm super excited because you are you're just an amazing person. I mean,
Oh, wow.
It's true. As David was saying before, you're just so bubbly and just full of life, and hopefully not contagious, but you have contagious joy. We know that. And so tonight you're going to be our pro tips person as well.
Yes.
You're going to do a little segment for us on anxiety. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct, Rhonda. Yes.
I mean, I don't know about Aunt Tilly. I mean, she looks as calm as a cucumber. I don't know. You probably don't have any anxiety, Aunt Tilly.
Well, it's kind of dependent on this guy right here.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
For sure.
Well, Leslie, what do you have to share with us?
Okay, so I want to preface this a bit. So people think anxiety means people that just need a hug or need to just calm down and smile more. Yeah, no, boo. That's not a thing. Okay? All right. Anxiety is a legit mental health thing. Like legit, it is about your mental health. And a lot of people discount anxiety because of the fact that they think literally that people just need to pray more or have a stronger relationship with God. I mean, and I'm all about those things. As you know, being a Christian, that's all well and good, but you can't pray it away. It's basically how I wanted to explain it. Yes, God is a healer and it can be done. But in the meantime, I wanted to discuss it a bit because literally growing up in the church, and I'm sure other people have experienced this too, like in church, you're too blessed to be stressed and too anointed to be disappointed. Yeah, whatever. Okay, we are human, we are in flesh, and we have to operate within our flesh. And yes, the scripture, people throw at you all the time is like, we are to be anxious for nothing. And, and all those things are well and good. But at the same time, people do need help, And so that's one of those things that I tend to think that people honestly, literally either excuse away or don't want to think about it or just think that, they're just being over dramatic. And that's not the case. So I really want people to understand that honestly, there's also something called an anxiety disorder, where literally you can't control it. You don't know when it's going to come on you and you don't know how. So that's something that I didn't know was a thing. I seriously just thought, like many other people were like, Leslie, get a grip. You're fine. Just get a grip. But it's not as simple as just getting a grip. There's a lot that goes into that and different things like that as far as like your mental health and the way that you're thinking, what you're thinking about, all those triggers and things like that. So I'm going to give you guys 10 tips.
10 tips. All right.
10 tips.
I have 10.
Yes, 10 tips.
10 tips.
Okay. All right. You guys ready?
Yes.
Okay.
And then afterwards, I want to ask you the question too, how do we treat someone with anxiety, so we can keep that in the back pocket too. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha. Remind me if I forget.
Okay.
So number one, it's not always medication that you need. You don't always need medication. And so a lot of times what you find is, I'm kind of taking the funniness out of this, but but I just want to be honest. So it's helpful as well. So when you're going in to see a therapist or a counselor, a lot of times they will issue you what they call happy pills or something to calm you down or something to make you feel better, because what people don't know is anxiety and depression go together. And nowadays with COVID going on, everybody being stuck in the house, their mind has had more time to think. And that can often make you think on things that are going to stress you out or get depressed because you're by yourself or you feel lonely, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So number one, meds is not always the answer. Okay. Number two, self-care, self-care, self-care. That's number two. Is self-care. Whatever your idea of self-care is, not what somebody tells you, because your idea of self-care may be different from mine. The idea of some people saying, read a book and that calms them down. Yeah, nah, bro, I don't read. I am a teacher. I know, it's so bad. I don't read. I don't like it. It's not fun to me. Like, if you tell me to sit down with a book, I feel like I'm being punished. So if you want my anxiety to escalate, tell me to go sit somewhere in a corner and read a book. Like, that is not self-care for me, but that may be for you. So that's the thing. Identify what your idea of self-care is and go with that. Because some people end up having to I want a mani and pedi. I want a massage. That's their idea. That's fine. Yeah. Number three.
My idea of self-care is taking happy pills.
Is it? Yeah. Is it, Aunt Tilly? And does it work well for you, Aunt Tilly?
Oh my, yeah.
It does. Well, then there's no harm. If that's what works for you, Aunt Tilly, then that's what works for you. That's the number one golden rule. Do what works for you.
I'm sorry. I interrupted. Keep going, honey.
It's okay, Aunt Tilly. I don't mind at all. Number three is always get your body moving. Okay, so exercise. And nothing that has to be intense. Like, I did CrossFit and almost lost a kidney. So, like, you legit, you need to pick what works for you. Okay? So, and that would be 3 to 5 times a week. Okay. You would do 30 minutes of some type of physical activity, whether it's walking, whether it's running. Yeah, no, your girl over here don't run, but I'll walk for you. So whatever works for you for movement. Number 4, sleep. So obviously the whole golden rule for sleep is 8 hours a night. But what we end up forgetting is we need to kind of back away from the screens. So like, don't keep your phone necessarily next to your bed or if you do, have self-discipline not to pick it up. Yeah. Right. Okay. So, like those weird moments at night where you're like sleeping and then you wake up for a few minutes and you pick up your phone and you're like, I'm just going to check. No, keep it away. So no screens, keep a schedule, comfy bed, and cool your room. So that's all for sleep. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely keep my room cool. Like my husband thinks I should hang meat in there. I like it super cold at night.
I'm so with you.
I'm like, I cannot stand trying to sleep in a warm room. So it's locker room cold. Yeah, it's cold.
I'm totally right there with you because honestly, if I was meant to sleep in heat, I literally would die. I cannot do heat. Yeah. Yeah, no. And it's always better when you're cold anyway because you get all snuggly and warm. Just saying. Yeah. Number 5, stay away from upper and downers. So uppers are caffeine and caffeinated things. Downers are alcohol things. So you want to stay away from those things if you struggle with anxiety, because literally it will kick your anxiety into overdrive.
Okay. Now, what if you mix the two together?
Now, if you mix the two together, I'm going to need you to go to the hospital. Yes, Aunt Tilly, I'm going to need you to go to a hospital because that's a little much. Well.
Little Baileys and coffee is nice, really.
I'm sure it is, Aunt Tilly. While it's always made taste good, it's not always good for you, Aunt Tilly.
All right.
Yeah.
And it goes right through me.
I'm sure it does. And now that you're taking those laxatives, Aunt Tilly, you don't want to add alcohol and caffeine to it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
me, honey.
Yeah.
Let her talk.
Number 6 is do a brain dump. Okay, not the dump that Aunt Tilly was talking about. We're talking about a brain dump.
I wonder.
A brain dump, meaning like take whatever is in your mind, write it down, and break it into small, achievable goals for each day. No more than 5 goals a day. So everything that's in your head, just like keep like a notepad or the note section of your phone, write it all down. Every time it comes to your head, just write it all down. And then later on, go back to it and find chunks of it that you can do. And 5 goals a day. Just something simple, 5 achievable.
Okay.
Almost done. Number 7 is do breathing exercises. I don't know about you guys, but I have an Apple Watch. And you guys know what I'm talking about with the Apple Watch. If you don't have one, but y'all, let me tell you, the Apple Watch, I feel like is a personal trainer. It's like often telling me to breathe. And so guys, those of you out there who have Apple Watches, when it tells you to breathe, honestly, that's actually helping with anxiety. And it gives you this whole breathing technique, this breathing exercise. It helps. Oh, like that, just like Aunt Tilly's doing. Right.
I just
That breathing deep.
put it into practice.
Yes, Aunt Tilly, you're breathing deep. And once your stomach starts to rise, then you know to let it out. So inhale and exhale. Yes. Well done. Well done, Aunt Tilly. Well done. Absolutely. Just like that. Aunt Tilly, I think you're taking it a bit far, Aunt Tilly. Okay. Well done. And then number 8, literally control your thoughts. That's almost like should be number 1, but control your thoughts. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I wrestle more with the stuff that's in my mind than anything else. Like literally, like it's a constant battle. I could be fine. And then I think of something negative and it literally shifts my whole attitude, my whole day. It's often also a trigger for panic attacks and anxiety. So you need to shift those negative thoughts into something positive. So I know that sounds more simple to do than anything, but definitely not that simple.
So can you give me an example of that right now?
Sure, absolutely. So if like for me, like I'm not going to have to, like in my head, sometimes it's like, you're not going to have time to do this. You're not going to have time to do that, whatever. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, because if I do this, then, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to do that. And then I'm going to have to do that. And then I'm going to have to do that. And all those negative things start to pile up. And then it literally elevates your anxiety to the point where you're pushing towards a panic attack. And so that literally is when you're like, wait a minute, let me just take a second. And you get positive and you're like, let me just write down what is on my mind and break it down into smaller parts and get yourself in control of your thoughts again, because literally your thoughts will run away with you. Mm-hmm. And with me personally, my anxiety is insane. Like literally at nights, like if I'm laying there and I have time to think, I'm literally thinking about every worst possibility that can happen about anything and everything that I'm doing. But literally you have to bring those thoughts into captivity. You know, honestly, you literally have to give it over to the Lord and just say, God, please help me to calm down. Because honestly, your heart starts racing when you get that elevated anxiety to the point where you almost feel like you're having a heart attack.
Yeah.
You know, honey, I would add to that not to watch too much news.
Yeah.
Yes, that's actually one of my points. That is the number 10. That's the top 10 rule. Literally, I'm going to come right back to that, Aunt Tilly. That's actually a really great point. So number 9 is just to focus, get off yourself, get out of yourself. Stop worrying so much about you, and then shift that attention to others. So rather than worrying about what you want for yourself, your aspirations, what you need to do for you, focus on sometimes taking that time and putting it on others. Like, I'm going to help my neighbor do this, or I'm going to go volunteer to do something, just to get yourself out of your own head, because that is a break for your brain. And also it just makes you feel good to help other people. So that also helps your anxiety. And number 10 Top 10 is avoid the triggers.
Hmm.
Avoid all the triggers. So social media is a huge trigger. I know that sounds weird, but it is, because a lot of times mentally it plays into your subconscious of things that people are saying or doing that make you question yourself and question your level of success or what you're doing. And so that's why it's so important, that scripture that talks about in Romans in the 13th chapter, where it says not to compare ourselves to each other. Like, let the comparison game go. And social media breeds jealousy. So it's like all of that wrapped into one. It's feeding into your anxiety. It's feeding into your depression. It's literally making you elevate that anxiety and panic attacks. It can be horrible for you. Same with watching the news. That's a trigger. Like Aunt Tilly had said, especially nowadays, heaven forbid. I don't know about you guys. I went from worrying about COVID to then something with all the racism stuff, then worrying about this. If you watch the news, you will literally drive yourself crazy.
Yeah.
So honestly, I just don't. So
Yeah.
what can be bad too
Good
sometimes,
advice.
because some people will tell me
Or-
something and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, David, go ahead. What were you saying?
No. Just it's really good advice, or at least limit yourself. Limit
Right.
yourself to just the
Mhm.
headlines. And
Yeah.
just if you
And
want.
that's the thing. 30, like what I always encourage, even my students, is I'm like, take a little what is it, a break or a fast, as some people want to make it spiritual, whatever. Some people want to make it more spiritual than it is. Oh, I'm fasting from whatever. Taking a break from social media. Like, take a break. And however your break needs to be, do it.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it is a horrible, horrible trigger. It literally will shoot you.
That's great. Now, first of all, can someone get these 10? Do you have them somewhere where we can find them?
I can type them up for you, and then I'll post them on my page.
Okay, I would love that. Or we could, post them here, or post a link so we can get them to your page or whatever, because that's something that we should definitely refer back to. And the other thing I did want to remind you of that question is, how do we handle someone that we love that deals with anxiety?
Honestly, now some people misconstrue this. So when they see that their significant other or their family member or whoever the loved one is, they see them escalating and see their anxiety escalating, and they want to go give them a hug. They want to go pat them on the back. Honestly, that is the worst thing that you can do, because they're already freaking out. And so I know that sounds like, really layman's terms, but it is. Basically, their body is literally freaking out, and anything else is just going to elevate it. So if you see that your loved one is having an anxiety attack, the best thing to do is leave them alone. Like, literally just back up and say, hey, I'm going to step over here. If you need me, I'm here. Literally just hands off. Because while you're like trying to figure out, oh my gosh, can I help you? What's wrong? My poor husband, he now knows. But like, if my anxiety is flaring up and he's like, oh honey, what can I do for you? What can I help you? I'm like, I can't even think right now. So you saying things is just making it worse. So that's an example of if it's flaring up. If you know that they deal with anxiety on a regular, try to help them avoid those triggers. If you guys are out and they've had a glass of wine and you're like, maybe, just the one is plenty, or, whatever, whoever, your family member is, them. And you can tell probably if they have anxiety, you can tell what elevates it, what activates it, and what doesn't. And so help them to be reminded, like, look, I know that you don't like to be bothered about this, but hey, at the same time, like, I know that if you continuously stay on your phone the rest of the night, something is going to may trigger you, or something may bother you to the point where it's going to elevate your anxiety. You can help them with these tips by, saying, hey, I'm actually going to go for a walk. Do you want to come for a walk with me? Activate these tips with them and remind them to do those things.
Oh, that's great. So you smash their phone if you see that. Take the phone, rip it out of their hands and smash it.
Yeah.
Dump out like alcohol and then no, that's Tom says that's good advice, and you are right. It is great advice. Robert G. Lee says, I love Leslie Roberts. She's a mess. And he can get away with that, I guess.
Totally.
He totally could get away with that.
Yeah.
Because I love me some Robert G. Lee.
I know. And he also wants to know, what do you do, David, when Aunt Tilly has a panic attack? How do you
Well, I normally I tend to keep my cool, honey. I don't panic too much. It's him that panics.
So I guess your happy pills are working, Aunt Tilly.
Oh my, yeah.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
Rhonda, I don't know, by the way, if you get very many viewers from overseas. Do you know if you get very many viewers from overseas?
We do get some.
Well, Sarah Barron is saying hello to me.
Sarah.
And she
Sarah.
is from the UK. So just
Oh, yay. Hi, Sarah. We're glad
That is
you're here.
awesome.
I
Nice.
know. I have to scroll, Sarah. I don't want to get anxious. I have to scroll. But we are so glad you're here and joining us, Sarah. So thank you. So she's from where? What part of the UK?
Oh goodness, Sarah, remind me what part of the UK?
Sarah, let me know.
It's all out of my head.
We have people from Spain
Nice.
joining us sometimes. Not tonight, I don't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to back up. June said, oh my goodness, Aunt Tilly and Leslie Rob, best night ever. And you too, David, you're great too.
Oh.
She mentions nothing about me. Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah,
I'm not even an afterthought, Aunt Tilly. Nothing. Bad.
Yeah.
It's all right. I get it. Everybody's wonderful. So
You know what helps me when I start to feel a little anxious? Now I'm being serious now. I usually like to sing.
you do.
Yes, I do. Do you ever do that, Leslie? Just, sing a little song to yourself?
I don't usually sing, but I will play music.
There you go.
Very soothing music.
I'll bet you have a beautiful voice, honey.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I do. I do.
Singing voice.
Yes, I do. I appreciate the compliment.
How's your voice, Aunt Tilly? Do you feel like singing now?
Why don't you do a little song, just a little ditty?
Oh my. No, I don't.
Oh, come on. You can.
Oh, come on, Aunt Tilly.
All right. You can.
All right. This is to Leslie.
Okay.
Excuse me.
You're fine.
All right. Oh, darling, I am growing old. Silver threads among the gold shine upon my brow today. Life is fading fast away, but my Leslie, you will be always young and fair to me. Oh yes, my darling, you will be always young and fair to me.
Oh,
Well done, Aunt Tilly.
that was beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Tom said that was very nice. He really enjoyed it.
Oh, well, thank you, Tom. I appreciate that.
I thought that you have a beautiful voice, Aunt Tilly.
Very
You
beautiful.
have a much better voice than I do, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
She quite reminds me of Julie Andrews.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Yes, yes.
I'm a big fan.
Karen is applauding that. She said, Tilly, that's amazing. Tilly, we didn't mention this either, but weren't you Miss America?
Well, it's a long time ago, honey. Yes, Miss America. Of course, back then there were a lot less Americans. Yeah, a lot fewer states back then, too.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to have an hourglass figure, but now the sands of time have gone down a bit.
It's funny.
I've been working out a little bit. You know, you talked a little about getting some exercise, Leslie. I got one of those exercise videos I picked up at the Christian bookstore.
Oh.
An exercise at the Christian bookstore.
Oh, wow.
What's it called?
It's called But for the Grace of God.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Wow, I never saw that that video.
Oh, it's quite effective, honey.
Now, I'm telling you, if I may correct you. Now, some people say Leslie. That's a little too proper for me. I like Leslie. Could you say it that way, Aunt Tilly?
Did I say Leslie?
You did say Leslie.
It's Leslie.
What?
Leslie.
Leslie.
That's it.
Leslie. Because, see, some people who come from where I come from, we aren't very proper people. We normally say Leslie and Samantha. So Samantha's are Samanthas. You got Sarah's that are Sarah's. Mary's that are Murray's. So, yeah, we don't do the Leslie. But that was very lovely.
Well, thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
And corrected.
Hey, Mark says that it's great to see you, Tilly, and Dave too. Always a blessing.
Oh my goodness, Mark Abadi. Wow. He and I worked together years and years ago at Kings Island in Cincinnati, Ohio. And Mark is a very talented artist, multi-talented artist, does dancing and mime and acting.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really fun to hear from you, Mark.
Oh, thanks for joining us, Mark. I know it has nothing to do with me, but but we're still glad you're here.
Well, I'm glad he apparently saw that on my Facebook feed.
That's wonderful. Thanks, Mark. You can join every week if you want. We have shows here on Thursdays and Sundays, and Aunt Tilly and David aren't always here, and Leslie's not always here. Did I say your name right now, Leslie? I don't know.
I'm just messing with you.
It's an outstanding show. It is really fun.
Aw, well, thanks. Hey, let's check in on Chewy to see how those quiet moments are going. Let's see.
How's Chewy doing down there?
How does he look, Aunt Tilly?
Boy, he looks like he's kind of overdosed on that.
Not that twitch that he has. You see that twitch? That's a fan. He just has a fan blowing on him, so he twitches a little bit from the fan, from the breeze. It's not from the quiet moments. I promise you.
Happy pills.
Yeah, that's his happy pills. Yeah.
Well, if you could send me a few of those happy that stuff, I think I'd like to try it.
All right. Well, I'll see what I can do. See that they're quiet moments. Not officially a sponsor, but they really should be. And I'm running out of glucosamine tablets. By the way,
That out there.
Did that come from a dispensary, honey?
No.
No, I think it came from Amazon.
All right.
So you might be wanting to order them. Hey, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but one of the favorite things that I like to do on this show is I like to play games. My family last week actually played a couple of games with me, which I couldn't believe it. But usually they won't. I don't know if they're feeling bad or what happened. But so anyway, there's a segment on this show called Hit It, Alex. You've Got Game. Wow. And tonight's game is so appropriate. It's called Read My Lips.
Oh, that's awesome.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to go on mute, which is my husband's favorite thing. He wishes he had the controller. And we're going to put up a category. And you are going to try to guess what I'm saying without, so you're going to have to read my lips. Aunt Tilly, okay. You're going to be amazing at this. Anyway. All right. So, are you ready? Just if you catch it, just yell it out. And oh my gosh, let me tell you what you're playing for. Okay, this is all right. Ready? You are playing for the very coveted Rhonda Corey Comedy Hand Sanitizer. Clean comedy with clean hands. That's right. This is valued at $5,500.
Wow.
That's
For
right.
external use only.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Yes. Please. You might have heard rumors about something different, but it is for external use only. All right. So wait, John Peter says hello from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Our farmers need your sanitizer. Well, we'll see what we can do. You know, you guys out there, audience members, you too can win a Rhonda Corey Comedy Hand Sanitizer, 100% clean comedy and clean hands with Rhonda Corey Comedy. All you have to do is share episode 35 or like the Rhonda Corey, I can't even say my own name, like the Rhonda Corey comedy page. If you haven't done that ever, you should do it, and because it would make us very happy. It would make Aunt Tilly would be thrilled.
I would.
Did that.
I wouldn't even need happy pills.
Right? Yes.
Happy.
All right. So, all right, we're going to start the game. I'm going to get muted. Here is your first category. Food. All right. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
My list. Okay. I got to mute myself here.
Mashed potatoes.
Oh. I thought it was
You are correct, mashed potatoes.
Ah!
Mr. Leslie gets a point. All right. Leslie. I'm using a very futuristic writing utensil. It's called a pencil.
Oh, there it is.
All right, writing it down. I told you we don't have a budget here. All right. All right. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
We are still on the category of food.
Okay.
All right. Come on, Aunt Tilly.
I'm working.
All right. All right, here we go.
Chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie is the correct answer. Aunt Tilly and David are on the board. Is
Woo-hoo!
1, 2, 1.
Well, there you go.
Okay. Are you ready? Next category is animals.
Oh, I'm sure I'll do good in this one.
Okay.
Golden retriever.
Oh,
Golden retriever is correct.
oh my.
All right.
Yeah.
Score is 2-1. We are continuing on the category of animals. Animals. I'm going to mute my mic.
A brown bear. No.
Brown bear is the correct answer. Yes, it is a tied score. This is
Wow.
exciting, you
No,
guys.
brown bear is hard to say, too.
I know. Brown bear.
Brown bear.
As a teacher, I need to do better because I wasn't paying attention in the sense of I was like, oh wait, we changed from food to animals. I was like, a brown pie, a brown.
All right. We are now on to the next category, which is a movie. The name of a movie.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
I only know one movie.
How can I say it?
It's The Sound of Music.
No.
Okay, are you ready?
All right, go ahead. Oh, I know this one.
Okay, you go ahead. You said it first.
The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club is correct.
Woo!
How did you know that one?
Oh, well, now and then I tune into some of those shows.
All right, are you ready for the next one?
Go ahead, honey. Lay it on me.
I love her.
Oh,
The Sound of Music.
oh, you got it. Yeah.
The Sound of Music. I almost lost it when you said that, Aunt Tilly. I thought you were looking at my cheat sheet.
Yeah.
All right. This is the next category is books of the Bible. Books of
Ooh, cool.
Wow.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
You wouldn't be any good at this.
This is awesome. Sharon said that was a tie. Latoya says she loves Leslie Robb. All right. Are you ready? Books of the Bible. Let me mute my mic because then it'll be a lot easier if I don't. Okay. Yeah.
I know.
First Timothy.
Oh, you got it, honey.
Oh, I'm sorry, Aunt Tilly.
No.
First Timothy. Yes. Okay. So it's 4, 2, 3. All right. Ready?
Yes.
Books of the Bible.
Malachi
Micah.
or Malachi?
I think it's Micah.
I
And
think
you
it's
were right,
Malachi.
Aunt Tilly. You are right.
Oh,
Micah. It's a
There you
tie
go.
score.
There
I
you
should know that. That's my nephew's name. I missed that one, Aunt Tilly.
It's a
All
tie
right.
score. The game is getting very exciting right now. All right. Sorry. This is my enjoyment, you guys. I don't often. All right. The next category.
Oh.
Maybe I should mute my mic. Is cartoon. It's a cartoon. The name of a cartoon. Ready.
Okay. I know this one.
Scooby-Doo?
I bet I can sing it. Scooby-Doo-dee-doo.
Yeah,
Are you? Is that right, honey?
it's right.
It is right. It is right. You both said it. I don't know who to give it to.
I think
I'll respect my elders. I'll respect my elders and give it to Aunt Tilly. Not so much of you, David, but for Aunt Tilly.
All right. Let's see.
That's nice.
I love her. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? The category is still cartoon.
Okay.
All right. Ready?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
What on earth is that?
SpongeBob SquarePants is correct.
Oh,
The score is tied 5-5.
yes.
Never heard of that, Aunt Tilly? SpongeBob?
No, I don't know that one.
It's a classic. It's a great one. He lives in the bottom of the sea.
All right.
Yeah.
Desserts is the final category.
My favorite.
All right. I know, me too. I've been kind of like cutting back on sugar, because I've been baking a lot during this quarantine. And
That Reese cake haunts me.
I baked myself 5 pounds. Okay. And it all landed in one spot too. I don't know what that's all. But
I
anyway,
can relate, honey.
you can't.
And Rhonda, that Reese cake, ever since then, I'm like, everyone, it haunts me.
Reese's is my weakness,
Mine too.
Oh, like I will sit there and the little miniature ones.
Oh yeah.
I will take a whole bag of those. There'll be foil everywhere, chocolate on my pants. It's not pretty. It's all right. All right, back to the game.
Like it's chips. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can't. I'll eat them till I get sick. I have a problem.
I seriously have a problem. Yeah.
I get it. I get it. I'm right there with you, honestly. All right. Desserts and mute the mic.
Oh, tiramisu.
Yes. Tiramisu is the correct answer.
You know that
My
one?
people don't eat that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
It's got a little kick to it, honey.
Oh, okay.
It's loaded with that caffeine.
It is loaded with caffeine, so it's not a healthy thing for you.
Yeah.
It's good though if you mix it with a little alcohol. Kind of balances it out, like we
Well,
would.
you did say.
Balance. All right. The last and final one for desserts.
chocolate chip cookie or cookies? One of them. Something with chocolate chips.
Chocolate chip cookie is the correct answer. And we have a side score. You both are going to walk away with a Rhonda Corey comedy hand sandwich. Comedy with Rhonda Corey.
Honey.
Oh.
Yes, you guys.
High five on Tilly. High five. High five on Tilly. Woohoo!
Oh, that is bad. That's
I only have 4, honey.
Four? Oh, okay.
All right. So, Michelle says, Reese's is Rhonda's quiet moments. It is. It's only, I don't know. It is my drug of choice. It really is.
I will admit, when I was younger, I used to go to the dollar store and buy a 10-pack of Reese's and punish it. Just punish it.
That's
punish
nothing.
it.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you.
Yeah. And I could just keep going. It's a serious problem.
I know. That's why, like, I would say, please don't buy me. My cousin Sharon, she's on here. She bought me a whole bag. It's like, what are you doing? You don't understand. I'm an addict. I can't stop.
And the thing is that last year for Christmas, you know those Secret Santa things you do at work where you give somebody like this extravagant gift and you get a mint? Yeah. Well, that last year somebody did really good. I liked Reese's. Well, she gave me, you know, those big 5 pounds. I was like, what are you doing to me?
I know.
Yep.
Wow.
I love it. Do you have a vice, Aunt Tilly or David? Maybe something sweet that you can't be trusted around, or what is your weakness?
Well, little Jack Daniels. Medicinal purposes only, honey.
Of course.
Medicinal. Yeah.
Oh
my gosh, that is so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Really.
I love you, Aunt Tilly.
Oh, I love you too, Rhonda.
My gosh, she's just a lovely person. You know, this show goes by so super fast.
It does. Wow.
It's like, we got to talk about real quick who's going to be on next Sunday show. We have a show on Thursdays. We have a show on Sundays. And Sunday night, we will have the very funny Moody Malavi as my guest co-host.
Nice.
And my featured comic will be Nicole Miller. And back with some pro tips, our coach, Janine Williams, will be back. She'll be talking a little bit about goals. So we need to set some goals right now because things are a little lacking. So that's going to be exciting. Fran says, this has been so much fun. Thank you all. We want to mention, if you want to follow David or Aunt Tilly, you can do that at anythingcantalk.com. Anything Can Talk on YouTube, and David Pendleton on Facebook. Make sure you follow him. Make sure you go and check out his YouTube and his website. You will not be disappointed. That's for sure.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Give Leslie a follow too. If you want to follow Leslie, it's leslierob.com, Leslie Rob Comedy on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And check out Leslie's YouTube channel by visiting leslierobcomedy.com. Is that correct? Or do I need any corrections, you guys? Did I get it?
No, you nailed it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
David, I love the name Anything Can Talk. That is such a good name. I love it. I'm so big on marketing. Like, that is awesome. Anything Can Talk. I love it.
I love it too. But you know that talk is cheap.
Yeah, yes, it is. Talk is cheap is also a great name for a show.
For this show.
I told her it's lit.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, that's lit. And you know what else is lit? My Reese's cake. Someday I will make a Reese's cake for you, Leslie, and you and
I will legit drive to Rhode Island.
And you and I will hang out and eat it. You know what? That is one cake you can't eat a lot of. But anyway, you guys have been so much fun. I can't believe it's already time. You know, Chewy's still sleeping, so we're excited for that. So that is those quiet moments are kicking in. Hey, you guys, please make sure you like the Rhonda Corey comedy page so you can see all of our Talk is Cheap episodes. We are also on YouTube now, so you can check us out there if you want to do a rewatch, or there's rewatches on our pages. And so I don't even want to say it, but episode 35 is out. Hit it, Alex.